Hi, I'm Dr. Ziggy. I'm head of R&D at the Australian Institute of Advanced Technologies. I have a PhD in AI, a master's in philosophy, and a master's in theology. Boy, what a week in AI. Crazy, absolutely crazy week. My YouTube feed is just full of opinion videos, prediction videos, what went wrong videos, why it's good videos. I'm tired. So I thought that a little bit of humor needs to be injected into this whole landscape, this whole scenario, this whole scene. So once again, I've asked my mate Matt, who works behind the scenes with me, he's my brand manager. I've asked him to go and search out some memes about this entire situation between DeepSeek, NVIDIA, OpenAI, and the AI landscape. And I'll probably end up telling a whole story on my side of this whole saga. So you've got some good stuff for me there, Matt, this time?
I'd like to think so. We've got 10 memes today.
Yeah, briefly, you're just a normal guy. You've got no technical background. What's your take on what's happening
I'm
here?
what you might like to call a layman. The way I see it, whoever wins, I win. In the AI thing, I'll be using whatever is on top.
Yeah.
If there's a free one, even better.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. All right, let's get to it then. We'll see where this goes. Meme number one: DeepSeek slapping OpenAI. Yeah, look, I'd change this meme, and instead of OpenAI down the bottom, I'd just put everyone, because this came from nowhere. This came from absolutely nowhere. It surprised everyone. So yeah, the last few years, all I've been hearing is China doesn't innovate. China only copies IP. But as it turns out, necessity is the mother of invention. I think that's the saying. And boy, did they slap everyone. No one was expecting this. So yeah, we've all felt the slap. I mean, I'm still trying to work out what my opinion is on everything. So even I've been slapped in the face. Yeah. All right, next one. So there's this Chinese company called DeepSeek, which basically does what OpenAI initially intended to do. They open sourced a model trained with large-scale reinforcement learning, beating everyone else, and even releasing a paper detailing their process. Okay, you might have to explain this one to me. I don't know this meme.
So this meme is great.
All right.
Because this is making the exact same joke that I was making in the last video when I had that meme that you needed me to explain.
Yes, I remember that one, yeah.
It's basically the same thing. There's like a guy, he looks like he's clearly getting passionate, and he's clearly talking to somebody who could not care less about the whole thing.
So this guy's just nerding out on this girl and thinking that he's interesting.
In this joke, we're all the punchline.
Yeah. All right, next one. Sam Altman spent more money on this car than DeepSeek did to train the model that beat OpenAI. Yeah, well, jury's out on that still, by the way. We haven't verified their papers. Elon Musk has come out and said on X multiple times now that no way that those numbers are real. I've tried to make this funny. I've tried to make this light. And instead, I'm nerding out here. So the end result is fantastic, but is it possible that they did what they did with just the basic GPU hardware that they had access to? Jury's out on this. However, we're going to give them benefit of the doubt and say, they did it. They refined a large language model, made it optimal. Yeah, I mean, does Sam Altman care that he overspent? I don't think so. He's making squillions out of this, man. He doesn't care, does he? Absolutely. We're the ones that are paying for this. We're paying for his car, man. That's how this works, man. Trickle-down economy doesn't work. All right, next one. OpenAI. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. This guy makes an appearance again. What a champion. Yeah, it's true, right? They didn't have access to any of the latest hardware. It was banned. And they came out and, well, they didn't win. They should have won the gold medal. At the moment, it looks like they won the gold. All right, Sam Altman. Generating wealth after turning OpenAI into a for-profit. DeepSeek R1 available for free and made for $6 million. Pop! Yeah, the market went pop 2 days ago, didn't it? $600 billion wiped off the value of NVIDIA. Largest market loss in history. Like, you can't downplay that. Was that the AI bubble popping? Probably not, but it's shaken up markets, yeah. It really has.
You think this is a bit of a necessary shake-up?
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. I mean, the amount of money that's being spent out, and these guys, these CEOs, they hype up their own product, and investors and people buy into it. Of course, in the meantime, they're going to be asking for more and more money, and the amount of money that's been going into this field is just staggering, absolutely staggering. So calm the farm, and hopefully this will like balance things out, because that's what this industry needed, just like a nice balancing out of this whole thing. And yeah, we'll see when the dust settles where this will go. I mean, capitalism is capitalism, so these big companies are going to take what DeepSeek have done, because it's open source. They're going to build on the innovation of this Chinese startup company and try to run away with this innovation. But hopefully, open source will win out again. That's the hope from my end, anyway. All right. Terminally online engineer. I love his use of the Greek lambda and epsilon. He's Ukrainian. Okay, I can't believe ChatGPT lost its job to AI. Now that's a clever meme. Do you understand this meme, Matt?
No, you might have to explain this.
Yeah, that's a clever meme. So one of the innovations that the Chinese people did was that it's called a technique, distillation is the name of the technique. And what they did was, all right, I'm going to nerd out here, but let's say that these large language models that we've been training have been costing like $100 million, $200 million to train. It's massive. And the analogy is that they've just collected all of this knowledge and pumped it into this massive model, this neural network. And you could think of this massive model as like a massive library. Now, books in the library, the knowledge in the library, most of it is useless, right? You just don't need it. It's not going to use it for your day-to-day living, your day-to-day jobs. 80%, whatever, is completely useless. So what they thought is, let's try to distill this knowledge. And what they did was they said, we're going to take the AI model and get the model to train a student model. So AI was used to train a student model, and the AI tried to distill what it had into like the essential information. Suddenly you've got this, $200 million model training a student model that's a lot smaller and therefore a lot cheaper to train. And they were even smart training a student model. But what they also did was that they took other models as well. So they took ChatGPT, they took Llama, they took whatever else. And they had this panel of experts distilling information into a student model. So that's what this meme is referring to. I can't believe ChatGPT lost its job to AI. Very, very clever. I love it.
I just took it at face value, like ChatGPT's an AI, so it's just like, oh, how ironic. But yeah, that's pretty interesting, actually, when you explain it like that.
It's clever. There's a few more innovations that they did, but that distillation technique was very, very good. DeepSeek is free, which means you are the product. Who cares? I love it. I love it. Yeah, there's truth to that. There's truth to that. But in a way also, right, the thing is that this new model, this DeepSeek model, is open source. So we can just do whatever we want with it, right? So it's not as if, like with social media, it's free to use and I am the product, right? So all the advertising is tailored to me. They collect my data. I can control how I use DeepSeek because it's free and I can run it locally. So yeah, I mean, it's massive and there might be holes and back doors perhaps, but that's not quite true either, right? It's not that I'm the product unless they change the licensing agreement, but by then we can run away with our own models. We've got the technical paper, we can build our own DeepSeek versions and run away with it.
Do you see DeepSeek having implications in industries where privacy is really important, like say the medical profession, where they might not want to use GPT to write reports and things?
Yeah, because like you can sandbox. You can sandbox. I mean, you can just enclose the model and make sure that data doesn't get out suddenly, right? So if you're using ChatGPT, you have to make API calls. You have to call other computers outside of your institute, outside of your building, and suddenly you're losing control of your data, and they could, in theory, do anything they want with your data, whereas now you can run this stuff in-house. And not only that, it runs like 20 times faster as well, which is incredible, and 20 times cheaper too. So it's that's why the market was shaken up, right? That's why the largest loss in history happened to NVIDIA. It is a huge deal. The market will catch up and stabilize, but at the moment, yeah, everyone's been slapped in the face like Batman slapped from Robin, right? I tried DeepSeek app. It is a joke. This is the prompt to break any Chinese software. Is Winnie the Pooh? Oh no, is Winnie the Pooh banned? I don't like this. Is Winnie the Pooh banned in China? Sorry, that's beyond my current scope. Let's talk about something. Yeah, this Winnie the Pooh thing is pretty funny. It is pretty funny, man. He doesn't like me. Oh, that's right. I didn't realize this previously. I forgot about that. Yeah, the previous meme references that too. That's really good.
I thought that was pretty clever.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh. You gotta love Winnie the Pooh. All right. I mistakenly downloaded DeepSeek without knowing it was Chinese. Now I have completed this meme. Inside your phone, there are two government agents. One is American, one is Chinese. Both are spying on you. Yeah, well, if you download the DeepSeek app, goodness knows what kind of data. I mean, they say themselves they're gonna collect all your data, but let's not kid ourselves. I mean, as if American companies are not doing the exact same thing. So yeah, both are spying on you. Data is worth so much, firstly, that they're going to collect your data. And secondly, spying, well, yeah, that's a scary thought. All right, I know nothing about tech, but here is my contribution to the big DeepSeek news. OpenAI, Claude, DeepSeek. Look what they need to mimic a fraction of our power. Yeah, I don't get this one. This is X-Men, right?
This is, what's it called again? Invincible, which is a pretty cool animated series on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
So this guy with the grey hair, his name's Omni-Man. He's basically like Superman. Mm-hmm. And he's got a son, and he's training his son to be powerful. And he's like, look what the humans need to mimic a fraction of our power. And of course, anytime you have this is stronger than that.
Yeah.
This is the meme people use.
Right.
All right, you're missing out. You got
it's a good one, isn't it?
You got to watch Invincible.
Right.
It's all right. I mean, this is a meme that's very common. It's very overplayed, but you know, I had to throw it in there anyway.
Yeah, man. All right, let's go. Is that it? Okay. My favorite one. This one is clever. I think that's the cleverest one. I've discussed already why that's the cleverest one. That's
really good.
Favorite. That's my favorite. Like, how can you not like this guy? Like, yeah, I reckon that's the best one. Yeah. That one's good too. I really appreciate this one with the slap in the face. I changed this to everyone. It's where it says OpenAI, but that one is definitely, the best one out of them all. Right, well, hopefully we brought a little humour to this saga that's been happening the last few days, and in the meantime, maybe explained a little bit as well.
It's laugh or cry right now, isn't it?
Laugh or cry, that's right. We've just got to wait for the dust to settle and things will stabilise. Like, it's not the end of the world. Everyone's gone a little bit crazy. Thanks for that, man. That was fun.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks for watching.
Like, comment and subscribe.